Hey, the Mad Hermit here, and in this video I'm going to show you how to build a hybrid deck in Shroud of the Avatar. Now, if you're new to Shroud of the Avatar's deck building system, I encourage you to watch the Mad Hermit's Guide to Deck Building, where I go through in extensive detail the process of building a deck. The Glyph-based combat system that Portalarium has developed is a fresh and innovative approach to how combat is normally handled in MMOs. In the Glyph-based system, you acquire skills and then build decks out of those skills that are then used when you engage in combat. Cards are dealt to your hand at random, making the composition of your deck and your ability to leverage what's available a major factor in whether you win or lose a fight. If this system doesn't appeal to you, you can create a traditional combat bar, complete with cooldown timers, and avoid the Glyph-based system altogether. Although I do encourage you to use the Glyph-based system as it's far more rewarding. In any event, I do have a video called How to Build a Traditional Combat Bar that I will also link to below in the event that you want to go that route. This video is going to focus on creating a hybrid deck, one that borrows from the Glyph-based system and also some elements from the traditional-based static combat bar. Let's take a look at how to set that up and why you'd want to use it. Okay, first things first, I'm going to hit the Y key to bring up my deck manager, and I'm going to make a new deck. As you can see, I have no cards in my deck at the moment, and I have a hand size of 4. Switching over to my focus skill tree, I see I have a level 3 and higher consciousness. That means it allows me to add an additional 3 cards to my hand, so I'm going to use that and have a hand size of 7. I have a level 1 in concentration, which allows me to drop down my discard speed to very fast. And my mental reflex, which is level 2, allows me to increase the draw speed to medium. And again, that's the speed that cards are dealt into my hand. Eidetic memory is the most important one here if you want to have a hybrid deck. I have mine set to level 3, and that allows me to lock in cards in the first 3 slots. Those cards will behave like a traditional static combat bar with cooldown. So I'm going to drag in some skills that I feel I want at the forefront of my mind. I want them readily available no matter what, and I don't want to have to wait for the chance that they're going to be drawn. So I'm going to put here a root spell, a fire arrow spell, a healing spell, and because my focus level, my eidetic memory, is only level 3, I can only lock in 3 skills. And that's okay. I can put more skill points into it, but I'm not. So for now, I'm going to just drag in the rest of my skills into my deck, because as you can see, those 4 vacant slots, position 4, 5, 6, and 7, are going to be dealt cards from my deck when I enter combat. So I'm going to make sure that I don't have any slugs in here. So I'm going to drag in as many skills that I have skill points for and fill out my deck. Now keep in mind, although I have root and fire arrow and a healing spell there locked in and ready to go, it doesn't prohibit me from adding more to my deck. So I can conceivably be dealt a fire arrow or a healing spell or a root if I do put them in my deck. So that's good to know. You have some redundancy there. Alright, so let's zip through this and fill out the rest of the deck. And I'm going to leave some slugs in my deck, select use current equipment, and equip this deck. That's the important thing. I got to equip the deck, and let's see how this thing works. Hitting the Z key puts me into combat mode, and just like we expected, those first 3 slots are readily available, although they have cooldown timers. So they're always going to be in the right position. You know, the fire arrow will always be in position 2, but it's going to have a cooldown timer after you use it. You can also see the slugs in my deck because I was slopping and putting this one together. But as you note, positions 4, 5, 6, and 7 are using the new Glyph system. And so those are going to pop in and pop out at a rate determined by your focus. Now, what makes this hybrid style so compelling and so powerful is the fact that you can have some static spells readily available, while at the same time leveraging the Glyph system that allows you to access a wider range of your skills. I can see this hybrid system being a popular way to arrange your combat bar. Keep in mind that static skills, those in position 1, 2, 3 of my combat bar, consume twice as much focus when used. So finding the balance that works for you is going to be the challenge. Anyway, there are a lot of great options, a lot of great strategies. The developers really went out of their way to make sure that there was something here for everyone, regardless of your playstyle. Anyway, I promised community member Tech Fistenbeer a legendary death, so we're going to conclude with the battle that started this video and see how it ends up. As you can see, I'm running for my life, but I am watching the health and focus bars of both me and my opponent and trying to judge when I have enough focus to blast a spell at him. And there you go, a flaming fist of some sort. Anyway, that's the end of this video. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you have questions or comments, leave them below, and I'll see you next time.